Kevin, the 34 assists on 43 field goals, what does that say about the chemistry that you guys are continuing to develop?
I mean, it says a lot. I mean, we do a lot of scripting our offense in practice and trying to put people in the best positions to be successful. And I like that we stayed with it. You know, last week or so, our three-pointer, our shots wasn't falling, but I thought we generated great shots. So tonight, it was good to see the ball go in. But defensively, I thought we did a solid job on them all night.
You guys had almost 2 weeks being able to sleep in your own beds. Now you have about 12 days on the road. What kind of test does that present for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, it's you definitely get comfortable being at home for so long. So now, you know, it's even tougher when you go on the road. So we're looking forward to it. You know, it's a good test for us to see who we are as a group. It was very important for us to spend this 2 weeks at home, just, you know, getting reacquainted with the city, you know, our routines, you know, each other, you know. So it was good that we was at home doing that and take it on the road now.
Kevin, the first 5 games, it was a little issue with kind of building familiarity and chemistry. Now you've got 3 wins in a row to take on to this road trip. What do you feel, where's the progress come for this team over the past 3 games?
I just think we needed some experience, just seeing what lineups work with what players, what sets work with, you know, each lineup. I think that's really what it is, and you need to play games to understand that. So we knew it was going to be a process for us. You know, I'm glad we was able to figure some stuff out the last few games and get back on the right page. And we know it's going to be even tough on the road, but we just got to keep grinding, man. I keep saying the same thing. Regular season is all about preparing you for the playoffs. So we got to keep putting in the time and the hours.
Kevin, you guys held the Hawks to just 20 points in that third quarter. What went right defensively then?
I think we did a good job of fighting over screens. Trae Young is dangerous in that pick and roll, but I thought we did a solid job of just playing them tough all night, making them shoot over guys. 6 for 22. I almost had a triple-double, but 6 for 22. I mean, he's taking a lot of shots. You know, that's really what we want. So 22 points to get 21 shots, you know, from their best player. We could live with that. But DeAndre Hunter got going for him. And we withstood that, and we was able to get us a good one. But for the most part, we're connected tonight.
Kevin, kind of piggybacking off that, I remember you saying last year that John Collins gave you guys trouble with his ability to slip through ball screens, and it seemed like that wasn't really a factor tonight. Was that, you know, one of the priorities with guarding him? Yeah, we know how you've seen this team last year go to the Eastern Conference Finals and, you know, make explosive plays at the rim like that, and that gets their team going. Capella, John Collins, you know, Trae Young coming downhill, he just tossing it up blindly sometimes. So we wanted to keep bodies on John and not let him get, you know, to his launching pad. And we made Trae to score tonight. And he was able to, you know, he put up a lot of shots. So, you know, that's a good formula. And I'm sure we'll see this team again.
Kevin, with the second unit, when you and James are both off the court and you have to find some offense there, how important is it that Patty and LaMarcus in particular are those guys for you and give you the scoring off the bench that they did tonight?
Yeah, it's important. I mean, it's good that, you know, that unit gets to figure out how they want to play without me and James, and we're going to need them to be aggressive and confident on the offensive side of the ball. Defensively, they were everywhere. You know, DeAndre, Patty, L and Paul Millsap just everywhere on the defensive end talking through stuff. But offensively, everybody's starting to catch a rhythm and understand what they need to do with that group. So it's good for their confidence to come out here and play well.
James said that he feels like finally you guys are starting to get a feel for one another. Where does that feel kind of reflect most on the floor, maybe where it didn't show earlier this season?
I mean, the way we move the basketball, I think we playing more. We had tonight. We had more than one action where we went from side to side and we moved the ball from both sides of the floor, shifted the defense a little bit more. So I think we're getting comfortable with our plays, knowing what sets we want to call and know what we want to play out of. And Coach put in so many good sets throughout the training camp and preseason. Sometimes you might have to, scale back and hold on to some of those plays and mix it up a bit. So it's a process, like I said. I think we've been doing a good job of just trying to, understand what coach needs from us and going out there and execute.
Hey, Kevin. This is twofold. When you guys were down, I think 3, with maybe 7 minutes left in the third, you had a dozen in like a 26-7 run to close out that period. I'm curious if there was anything, I guess, that you saw in the way they were guarding you, or was there something else that led?
Yeah, I just felt like the lane was open. I felt like I can get to wherever I wanted on the floor, and this is about me knocking down shots. And I was aggressive all night, I felt. My teammates were looking for me. I think I did a solid job of playing with the ball in my hands and without it. And I could be a little better without the ball, cutting, moving off the screens, a little faster, but I think I did a solid job tonight. I just tried to take what the defense gave me.
And you've talked repeatedly about how, the defense is steadily making some strides. I'm curious, tonight you guys played a little bit more drop, I guess, than what we're accustomed to seeing last year. Is that just kind of a game by game circumstance, or is adding a little more drop coverage one of the things that you guys have had to get used to this year defensively?
I think every team is starting to incorporate the drop and the switching. And I think if we want to be a versatile defensive team, we got to be able to make the change, make the adjustment on the fly, and be able to play that way throughout a whole game, because some teams with bigs and guards like Trae Young, we don't want to always have our bigs switching out onto them. So if we can do a good job of containing the pick and roll, making them kick out, getting the closeouts and scrambling. I think, that's better for our defense. And then when we could throw in some switches, it's good for us as well. But I just think having that versatility is more important than anything.